What if a simple, everyday snack could actually be a secret weapon in your fight for better blood sugar? Well, today, we're diving deep into exactly that. We're going to uncover how 4 very specific nuts can make a huge difference for your health. Let's get right into it. So let's just start with the big question right off the bat. You might be thinking, really? A handful of nuts? Can that actually move the needle on my blood sugar and my A1c? And you know what? The science says absolutely yes. And today, we're going to find out exactly how. So here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the science behind why nuts and diabetes are so connected. Then we're counting down our top 4, one by one, hitting all their amazing benefits. And we'll wrap it all up with a super simple action plan you can start using, well, today. Okay, let's do this. All right, first things first, we need to completely reframe how we think about nuts. Seriously, forget just seeing them as a crunchy snack. We're looking at them as a functional food, something that's actively working for you on the inside. And this is so key. The benefits go way beyond just keeping your glucose in check. When you pick the right nuts, you create this positive ripple effect throughout your entire body. We're talking about helping to reverse insulin resistance, protecting your heart, and even supporting the health of your nerves and kidneys. It's a total body benefit. Kicking off our countdown at number 1, we've got almonds. Now, I want you to think of these as your body's own natural glucose shield. They might look simple, but believe me, they are hiding some serious power, especially for anyone managing diabetes. Just look at that number on the screen, 15. That's the glycemic index for almonds. I mean, that is incredibly low. What that means in the real world is that eating them barely causes a flicker on your blood sugar monitor. They are a remarkably safe and stable choice. And the benefits just keep stacking up. Almonds can slash those nasty post-meal sugar spikes by almost a third. They can improve how your body uses its own insulin and even help lower your A1c over time. And it's all thanks to this incredible package of healthy fats, fiber, protein, and those vital minerals like magnesium. So how do you get these benefits? It's simple. Keep it natural. Stick with raw or dry roasted almonds. And here's a pro tip. Soak them in water overnight. It actually makes them easier to digest and unlocks even more of that good vitamin E. But whatever you do, please steer clear of the ones coated in honey, sugar, or tons of salt. All that stuff just completely cancels out the good you're trying to do. And if you want a practical way to start, try this, a morning smoothie with almonds and chia seeds. It's a fantastic recipe to kickstart your day. It's not just a tasty breakfast. It's a strategy designed to keep your blood sugar stable for hours. Okay, so almonds are our shield against those sugar spikes. But what if we want to get to the root of the problem and improve how our body responds to insulin? Well, that brings us to nut number 2, pistachios. And I love how the source material calls them nature's own medicine. These little green guys really pack a punch. I just love this quote because it's so true. They look so innocent, right? But they're like these little undercover agents secretly working inside your body to repair insulin resistance and control sugar in a way that feels almost medicinal. And this chart right here, this is the magic in action. Look at that difference. Just by adding a handful of pistachios to a meal, you can knock down that blood sugar spike by a staggering 30%. That's a real tangible effect from something so simple. And the good news doesn't stop there. Just like almonds, they have that super low glycemic index of 15. But what makes them really special is their high vitamin B6 content, which is absolutely vital for nerve health, a big concern in diabetes. On top of that, they boost insulin sensitivity and can even help lower your bad cholesterol. That's a serious win-win. And hey, if you want a delicious way to work these into a meal, try this pistachio-crusted salmon. You're getting the healthy fats from the nuts and all those amazing omega-3s from the salmon. It's a total powerhouse meal for both your heart and your blood sugar. All right, coming in at number 3, we have walnuts. Now, we've all heard that they're brain food, right? I mean, they even look like little brains. But it turns out that same power that's good for your head is also fantastic for balancing blood sugar all throughout your body. So, what's the secret weapon inside a walnut? It all comes down to this one compound, alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA for short. This is a really potent plant-based omega-3 that does one thing incredibly well. It fights inflammation. And why do we care? Because that low-grade chronic inflammation is a huge hidden driver of insulin resistance. ALA helps put out that fire. And here's what that looks like in real numbers. Eating walnuts regularly can lead to a 10% improvement in your body's sensitivity to insulin.
Now, 10% might not sound like a huge number, but trust me, in the world of insulin resistance, that is a significant positive shift. So what's the sweet spot? A small handful of raw or lightly roasted walnuts each day is perfect. But, and this is an important but, because of those powerful omega-3s, walnuts do have a natural blood thinning effect. So if you're on any kind of blood thinner medication, it's just something to be mindful of and maybe discuss with your doctor. And that brings us to our final nut, a true specialist, the Brazil nut. Its superpower can be summed up in one word: selenium. This makes it a really unique and frankly an incredibly potent player on our list.
Whoa, just look at that number for a second. 544 micrograms. That is a jaw-dropping amount of the antioxidant mineral selenium, and that's in just 1 ounce of Brazil nuts. This insane concentration is what makes them so powerful, but it's also exactly why we have to be really, really careful with them. And this is probably the single most important thing to remember about Brazil nuts. I'm going to call it the golden rule. Just 1 or 2 nuts per day. That's it. That is the perfect dose to get all the amazing benefits, like protecting your pancreas, without ever getting close to selenium toxicity. With these, more is definitely not better. Okay, that was a lot of great info. So now, let's pull it all together. Let's create a simple daily action plan so you can put all this powerful knowledge to work for you right away. Think of this as your ultimate nut cheat sheet. It's super simple. If you're worried about those spikes after you eat, almonds are your friend. If you want to improve insulin sensitivity and help your nerves, pistachios are your go-to. To fight that underlying inflammation, choose walnuts. And for that potent protective antioxidant blast, just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts. That's all it takes. So there you have it. We've seen the science, we've seen the strategy. The evidence is pretty clear that these 4 nuts can be a total game changer. So the only real question left is the one you see right here. Which one are you going to reach for today to start taking control?